Alright, what's going on, everyone? If you're new to my channel, then welcome. But if you've already been to my channel and you're familiar, you know I recently sold my car and my motorcycle. I used to drive a Lexus IS300 2002 5-speed manual. Incredibly fun car. It was great. It just started to get old and maintenance was getting out of hand a little bit. But regardless, so the reason for today's video is, so I sold my car, like I said, sold my bike. I was saving up a few bucks. I was in no rush to buy a car, just because I've been working from home, you know, with the whole craziness going on in the world. But I've been working from home, so there's no reason for me to pay for a car, pay for gas, insurance, when I'm not really going to be using it that much. So I figured it's kind of finally time to start, you know, looking around. I was using this spare time to find, to research and find good deals and what is a good deal versus not, and what I was particularly looking for in a car. So I had a few options. I'm gonna start off with that, I suppose. So I was looking at a used 350Z actually, but then I started to think, man, like, I don't know if I could deal with like a two-seater, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be a fun car, don't get me wrong, but a two-seater would be good. But I feel like after a year or two with driving that, I feel like it would get old. I wouldn't be able to do much with it. I test drove a used STI, you know, the Subaru STI, of course. But to be honest, you know, those are way overpriced. Like, they're super nice cars. I wouldn't mind one. And also, I mean, they're overpriced. That's one thing. But another thing is, I mean, for how powerful it is and everything, I mean, and it's only a 4-cylinder, but it gets pretty poor fuel economy, which I'm not, you know, I'm not like a, that's not my primary reason for getting a car. I'm not like a fuel economy chaser, but I did want to be able to save on gas, you know, at least a little bit. I mean, compared to my Lexus, I mean, my Lexus was getting like 17 miles per gallon in the city, or, you know, on my daily driving, which I barely drove highway, but even then it didn't get that great of gas mileage. So I didn't really understand how an STI had a 4-cylinder and would get just about the same, if not even less, gas mileage. So I don't know, that's one little part of it. I also test drove a WRX, so a new WRX. Those were actually, I mean, I liked the body style of it. I liked everything about it, good interior. The only thing I wasn't a fan of was the transmission. So first to second shifting, for some reason, it felt like, you know, I felt this in my IS300 too. Maybe it comes with age, I'm not entirely sure. I probably should do more research into this, but first to second, like, it wouldn't want to go into gear. It would almost resist, like, and I know with a sportier transmission like that, you know, they purposely put some kind of resistance there, in a good way. But this one, it was just like weird. But, you know, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, that was all good. But for some reason, second gear was, you know, not that smooth. So I also, and then I ended up test driving a Volkswagen GTI. So those, you know, I was never a huge fan of those cars. If you asked me 2 years ago, I'd be like, nah, you know, like, I wouldn't even probably go take a look at it. But I took it out for a drive. It felt really good, smooth, light and nimble, handled great, stiffer suspension. That was a great car. So I mean, those are pretty much all the ones I drove. I did take a look at a few others out there, you know, nothing that really caught my eye. Like I said, the WRX is good because it's all-wheel drive, but, you know, that wasn't my choice. So I took a look at a few other cars, and then a couple days ago, I ended up making a purchase. And I did kind of go all out. I was looking at used, I was looking at new, I was looking at slightly used. So I was in my mind, I was like, you know what, I mean, if I'm gonna be paying this much, I might as well put down, you know, go the extra mile and just, you know, go all out and get a new one. So I did it, guys. I bought a new car and I'm gonna reveal it right now. Here it is. Alright guys, so here she is. I hope I didn't give it away by, you know, sitting right there and the car being right behind me. But yeah, here she is. It's a 2020 Volkswagen GTI. It's the S trim, so that's the lowest trim you can get. I was looking at the SE. I really like the leather seats. I really like the LED headlights that it comes with. The only thing is you really do pay a premium for that. So I think the difference was like $4,000 or $5,000, which was just a little bit out of my budget. And I will be going into how much I paid for this and all the techniques I used to get a discount. So I'll go into that in another video. That's a whole another story on its own. But here it is. I wanted to just give you guys a brief overview of it. Yeah, like I said, in the S, it doesn't come with push start. It doesn't come with LED headlights, you know, moonroof. But I don't care for all that crap. Actually, I'm a bigger fan of not having a moonroof because it makes the chassis lighter and stiffer, gives the, you know, the car an overall better, stiffer feel. So yeah, here she is. I mean, I've already put 400 miles on it because I went out for a road trip to Wisconsin. So that was great. I mean, it's incredible. Like switching from a 2002 to a 2020 car. Oh my goodness, like night and day difference. I feel, you know, blessed to be in a position where I can drive this car and be an owner of it. So I'm gonna have a lot more content coming out on this thing. I just wanted to give you a quick update because I couldn't wait. I was super excited to share. I want to keep you all in the loop, and I hope you can you know, enjoy these videos as much as I'm enjoying making them. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot more content coming out on this car, and a few other things, so stay tuned for that. So go over the specs real quick. It's a turbocharged 4-cylinder 2.0 liter direct injection, which I heard is not great for the carb buildup, but I think I'm gonna get a oil catch can, which is gonna help reduce some of the carbon buildup on in this engine, you know, as well as using premium for the whole life, because you can switch off between premium and 87, but you know, I'd rather pay the extra few bucks for the longevity of this car. So one of my favorite things about it so far, I mean, I'm trying to break it in properly, so I've been going through like the slow driving, don't rev it up too high, don't push it too hard. I'm gonna do that for the first 1,000 to 1,500 miles, I was told. So I'm gonna follow that. No playing the games. I want to do it correctly. I did wax it this weekend. It's not as clean, but anyway, yeah, front wheel drive. You know, I never thought I'd go back to a front wheel drive because I've driven one before. But you know what, it's really not that big of a deal, especially when you daily drive it. And if you just want something fun and quick to pull you through traffic, you know, dodge and weave through cars, you know, this does the trick. Like, it's actually really powerful. I heard these are actually underestimated on paper than what they are. Like, if you were to dyno this on paper, it says 228 horsepower, 257 torque, but I was told that it actually turns out to be even more on a dyno. And you know, after my warranty's up, I will consider doing a tune on this. I don't know which one. I heard APR is really good, but doing an APR tune on this thing will give you about 315, you know, over 300 horsepower to the wheel. So that's pretty crazy. So you know, that's just with a tune, like literally nothing else. So yeah, stay tuned for all that. Definitely a lot more coming out. I'm gonna be detailing the hell out of this thing this weekend, so I'm gonna post a video on that. Gonna give you an update how that works. I'm not a pro myself, but I feel like I know what I'm doing, so maybe I'll share that with you. So yeah, there she is. I'm super pumped. Hope you are too. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.